In the next half hour, the quantum leap that some argue could turn Sussex into the next Silicon Valley.
You come to Sussex and you can do some really, truly amazing research that will typically blow your mind, probably like twice or 3 times a day, every day.
Quantum computing's on the cusp of sparking the next industrial revolution, and Sussex is leading the charge with innovation and development. But without focused government backing, scientists and businesses say what could be billions of pounds worth of benefit may not end up staying in Britain. Marcella Whittingdale has more.
Whenever somebody tells me you can't do something, I'm straight on that. And so I knew I'm going to build a quantum computer.
Professor Winfried Hensinger leading the quantum computing team at Sussex University, where they've used microwaves to reduce the size of a quantum computer and make it much easier to build.
You come to Sussex and you can do some really, truly amazing research that will typically blow your mind, probably like twice or 3 times a day, every day when you work here.
They've also made huge leaps in expanding a quantum computer's capacity to perform by transferring quantum information between microchips with record-breaking speed and accuracy.
So here at Sussex we build technology that allows us to put multiple chips together to build a large-scale quantum computer. We managed to send the information extremely fast between these microchips and with unbelievably small error. So small error that has never been realized before, and that will allow us now to really construct large-scale machines that can solve really, really important industry problems. And I think a lot of people, when they think of quantum computing, they think of academic breakthroughs, they think of universities, but we are now really taking the next step here in Greater Brighton to create a whole quantum Silicon Valley, essentially a place where we take academic breakthroughs and commercialize them, build products out of that.
The team at Sussex Uni have made so many significant breakthroughs they've created a spin-off company to commercialise and capitalise on them. Universal Quantum, based in Haywards Heath, where they're combining quantum with conventional engineering to build systems that can be naturally scaled up and turned into products the world can use.
Those quantum computers do work. We can run quantum algorithms on them. We can really show that end-to-end these systems do what they're meant to do, but they're not quite at the scale, at the size yet, that they can do something completely new that we weren't able to do using other means. And this is this very interesting line that we're getting closer and closer to. So we're really at that cusp of being able to do exactly that, to do things that no one would have ever dreamt being able to do.
Where normal computers check one answer at a time, quantum computers explore all the solutions all at once, thanks to their secret weapon, qubits, which are stored in atoms.
So we're not talking about making computing twice as fast, right? We're really talking about solving problems that you would never be able to solve on the most powerful supercomputer. You'd have to run it for 1 million years. Until you eventually get to an answer that a quantum computer could maybe solve in an hour or a day.
The government says seizing the huge potential of quantum tech to drive growth is an important part of their plan for change, and that they're injecting £670 million in the sector, while Mid-Sussex district councils say being ready, willing and able to support that sector could transform the area and create thousands of jobs.
I think we are on the verge of another industrial revolution. We have allocated land for a science park. We've invested in fast fibre. We are building homes and laying down infrastructure to support cutting-edge technology businesses in the area. In terms of economic development, the opportunity is enormous. The risk is if we don't grasp what is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, it goes to the continent, it goes to China, it goes to the US.
Designing new medicines faster and never-seen-before materials, slashing energy use, revolutionising finance, defence and even space tech. Experts say future possibilities are endless. And with record-making breakthroughs happening right here in Sussex, these quantum pioneers say it's vital they're shown enough support to showcase their discoveries and strengthen their incredible success.
Well, I think quantum might be slightly beyond my intellectual capabilities. I don't know about you guys, but it's an interesting area, isn't it? And actually, Jeremy, you know, to have our answer to Silicon Valley, the Californian sort of tech hub in Sussex, would be pretty cool. Do you think the government should be investing in that area?
I don't think you should come to the grade D science student first, but like, listen, I'm dumb. Listen, I love those guys. I thought they were fantastic, and those girls working on that, the people working on it, fantastic. We need absolutely that kind of approach to it. In Dartford, we have a proud record in pharmaceuticals. We're part of the HIV revolution, the retrofit revolution, and it can make a huge difference to have really, really smart people doing really smart things in the middle of a community. And I just take my hat off to them. I thought that was an amazing bit of film, actually. Really interesting, and I wish them well. Really
interesting that, Jim, we've seen the government announce a lot of investment in places like the Oxford to Cambridge corridor, which is a centre of high-tech manufacturing and research. Do you think the Chancellor is missing a trick not investing in Sussex in this area?
Well, I think this is really exciting. Our problem often in the UK has been we come up with the scientific innovations and we don't then turn them into products which are either useful in the public sector or do well in the marketplace. And I think the industrial strategy we just published is the route map to actually make sure that that doesn't happen again. I liked very much what the council leader was saying about creating the right infrastructure. We also need the banks to lend against exciting products so that they can scale up. And it was very encouraging, for instance, yesterday with the launch of the 10-year NHS plan. AI, computing and innovation was absolutely the heart of it, because I think if you put these things to use, you can do incredible things for our health, for our education, for our public services. So I think it's both a commercial application but also potentially brilliant for the way we live our lives. So yeah, absolutely, we need to get the money and the structures in place to help these sorts of products and these sorts of companies grow. Is there a risk we're being a bit ambitious here and it's better all left to California, Ruth?
I think this is really exciting stuff, and we've got a School of Engineering at Canterbury Christchurch University which are doing immense things that blow my tiny brain, but what we need is investment in universities. We've also got a brain drain, so the students kind of qualify and graduate, go off to other countries where they're investing far more. Our universities are on their knees financially. That's where we need to invest money.
So how do we keep those students to staying here in this
country? For them to do their courses, pay for the materials, pay for these extraordinary bits of equipment, and invest in our universities, I think.
You're nodding along to
that.
Well,
I'm saying you've got to stop penalising the small businesses when they first start. I mean, we now have a hostile small business environment. I know he'll talk about a growth plan and everything else, but it's not a growth plan. It's all about a public sector-led plan. We haven't got a growth plan for small businesses. They hate what's going on. That's what you need to do. Encourage them, take off the shackles from them, take off the huge tax burden to them, let them employ people, let them grow, let them educate and train people, stop the assaults on apprenticeships, all those kind of things. You've got to let people do all that. You've got to appreciate smart people.
What do you make of that, Jim?
Well, I'd say university funding is very important here, and we're turning that round. That's one of the things that is a smoking ruin after 15 years of Conservative government. We are starting to make sure.
I think we found something that both of you have agreed on.
Wow, that's it.
First for the programme.
More money there, but I also think R&D. So there is a government fund now to ensure that research and development is properly funded through companies like this, so they can scale up.
We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much to all of our guests. That's all we've got time for this week. We'll be back next Sunday. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.